boys and girls. I hope you're having some fun doing some of our activities from nursery. Today, I want to introduce you to my little friend. This is my little owl who goes for a walk in the snow. But when he's out walking, he's using his eyes to see, he's using his ears to listen, and he's using his nose that he can smell. But he's also using his hands. He's using his hands to touch, to feel things. So I hope you're all sitting down nice and comfortable and ready for me to read the story about Little Owl in the Snow. This is the book, and this is the owl. Here he is, very much like our little owl that we've got here. Little Owl in the Snow. It was getting dark and Little Owl was all alone. His mother had gone in search of supper. Little Owl gazed with his eyes across the snow and out of the nest. When the dark meets the light, Mummy will return, he told himself, and he waited and waited and waited. He looked with his eyes, couldn't see her. Plump white snowflakes floated through the sky. If Little Owl listened, maybe he could hear her. He heard something whispering, slush, slush, slush. Shh, shh. Then he heard another sound, crunch, crunch, crunch. Mummy, he called. But there was no reply. His large round eyes grew larger and larger and rounder, and he kept looking. He heard another noise, crack, crack, creak, creak. Little Owl turned his head as far as it would go, which was quite far, but still there was no sign of his mummy coming. But wait, what could he see below the snow? Footprints! Fresh, frosty footprints. Mummy-side footprints. Little Owl wriggled out of his nest and leaned over the edge just a little bit too far, and flump, down he went. Little Owl landed on his beak first in the snowdrift. He shook the cold snow off of his feathers and off of his nose, and he went to follow the footprints. They led him to a creature with a shiny black nose. My mummy doesn't have a shiny black nose, he said to himself. Little Owl sadly as the fox shook his bushy tail and disappeared into the night. Little Owl went off and he saw with his eyes some more footprints. They led him to another creature with long, twitchy whiskers. My mummy doesn't have whiskers, said Little Owl, as the Arctic had flicked out her legs and scampered away. Off they went. Little Owl trudged along the footprint path until he met 4 long legs. My mummy doesn't have long legs, he said, as the reindeer shook her glistening antlers and showered Little Owl with lots and lots of snowflakes. Now she agreed. I don't think that's my mummy's footprints. Oh no. On and on went Little Owl, following some really large footprints that were in the snow, until he came face to face with the biggest feet that he had ever seen. He hadn't seen feet that size before. My mummy doesn't have feet as big and furry as these ones, he said, as he looked up into the face of a great big polar bear. Little Owl hurried as fast as he could after that until he saw something that had made his heart leap for joy. A feather! The whitest, softest, loveliest feather that I have ever seen. He touched it with his paws. Oh, it feels quite soft. That feels soft. My mummy has feathers, he cried excitedly. Just like that. My mummy does have feathers and they do feel soft like that. Snow Goose. It was Snow Goose who had come. The feather belonged to a snow goose. Not my mummy. The Snow Goose honked and he flew away. Oh no. What was worse, Little Owl discovered that the footprint trail had led him back to the very spot where he had fallen out of his nest. He began to cry, and his tears made little prints of their own in the snow. Little Owl was so upset that he did not hear his mother land softly beside him. "Where, oh, where have you been?" she said to him. "I've been looking everywhere for you. I went to see if I could find the trail of your footprints." Oh no. "But owls don't have footprints," Mother Owl said. "Why not?" said Little Owl. "Because they fly. They fly." And she beat her wings to show him. And Little Owl beat his wings too. Flap, flap, flap they went. And up, 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 and away they went. "I can fly," he said. "Look, I can fly." "Yes, you can." And they flew off into the sky. Oh, that was a lovely story, all about Little Owl, who used his eyes to look and his ears to listen, and he uses his nose to smell things, but he also used his hands to touch and feel the soft feathers that Mummy had. And this was Mummy too. I hope you've all enjoyed the story all about Little Owl in the snow. Bye for now. See you soon. Bye.